Being half Asian. So yes, as you can tell from the title, I'm a halfie, or in other words, hapa mixed or mutt. So lately on the internet, I've been reading a lot of stuff on how it's a struggle to be a half Asian person. And while I can agree on some of the points, I would like to put a positive twist on this topic and tell you some of the benefits of being a half Asian person. Firstly, people don't know what you are. It's great. People can't racial profile you and make stereotypical assumptions. You do not fit in a category or a box. I would say this is a good thing. I would like to preface that my physical appearance tends to look more towards the white person side of things. I don't know how genetics work, and most people assume that I'm only white, not Asian. And I understand that it can get annoying with all the "what are you?" questions, but I like to take full advantage of this. My first job was a waitress, and I was frequently asked the question, "Where are you from?" And me, not being a pushover, would make my customers work for the answer. So you're Filipino, Romanian, Italian, Argentinian, Brazilian, Hispanic? Quite enjoyable, to say the least, to see my customers throwing a little tiff about my ethnicity. But in all honesty, how cool is it to look like all these different ethnicities when I'm not? Clearly, I'm a shapeshifter. And when I would tell them that I was half Asian, their face would be like, "No." You liar! Sometimes when I hang out with my mom, people ask if I'm her daughter-in-law. But, as my mom likes to joke, who would want to adopt you? Very funny, mother. So for the other half of me, it's questionable. My father says I'm Scottish, but you never know. And of course I don't want to be one of those people who says, "I'm a quarter Welsh, 1/8 French, 2/3 Scottish, 1/4 Oompa Loompa, and I never did a DNA test because poor." It's funny because my brother looks way more Asian than me, so when I was in the 6th grade, my French teacher asked if my brother was adopted from Korea. And to that question, I replied, "Yep, definitely not related, not to that one." And sometimes I still really like to watch Asian entertainment like Korean dramas or anime, and my brother would say, "I'm like a banana because I'm yellow on the outside and white on the inside, and you're like an egg because you're yellow on the inside and white on the outside." And I would reply, "What a great observation, little brother. I am a protein-packed source filled with abundance of vitamins that can be cooked in a variety of ways. Yes, that is me." Another benefit of being from two cultures is that I really get to enjoy both Western and Asian cuisine on a regular basis. For instance, many times I had to go to dinner with my aunts, uncles, and cousins, which of course I look nothing like, and because me and my brother couldn't speak the language, we just got to chill the whole meal and not talk to any of the adults. This is optimal Game Boy time, or exploring time. "Lauren, get out from under the table this minute, young lady." So my father really valued extracurriculars, so he decided that on the weekends we should be put into sports instead of language school like all of our other cousins. Hell yeah, no school for me. But now I can't speak the language, so I have a little bit of regret. Also, on a side note, is it just me or do other halfies have nice hair? Not to toot my own horn or anything. Another observation I have is that I can spot a half Asian person right away. I think it's a skill we halfies have. Once I was flying home for the holidays and this passenger beside me introduced himself and said, "I knew you were halfie the first time I saw you." And I was like, not to be racist because it's 2019 and I can't make assumptions about anybody, but I thought you were of mixed race as well. Anyways, your mom's the Asian one, right? I like to think that I inherited some things from both sides of my family. Like, I was good at sports, but absolutely dreadful at driving. Also, my favorite meal in high school was bolognese sauce with rice. And I know what you're thinking, but it's actually so delicious. So don't bash it until you try it. Sometimes I would also get the Asian glow, but it really depended on how my body was feeling that day. A real gamble, I tell you. And I know a lot of mixed people can feel pressure about choosing a race, but if you think about it, you can use this to your full advantage. Anyways, when it comes down to it, I'm very happy with my ethnicity. If you need more evidence of why it's great, literally just go to Urban Dictionary and look up half Asian. You're welcome. I wanted to make this video because sometimes I feel like in our society we focus too much on the negatives about our race or ethnicity, so please don't take this too seriously.